One of the great things about the Steam Deck is being able to enjoy some of the older titles, one for cheaper, but two to play absolutely flawlessly on the Steam Deck, and Bayonetta is definitely one of those games. I didn't play this originally, and I am a little bit annoyed that we can't play 2 and 3 without emulation, and I can only hope that we get a new version of this soon. But Bayonetta is absolute chaos in the purest form and definitely brings back a lot of nostalgia on gaming when things were a lot simpler. Overall, this is performing fantastically well, pretty much solid 60 frames per second, although the cutscenes in a lot of areas are only 30, but there are some QuickTime events that will cause some major frustration, especially if for some reason you accidentally turn the UI off, which seemed to have been easily done, as this confused me for a long time where I wasn't getting the buttons to tell me what the hell was going on. So be sure to make sure that you actually get the prompts that you expect so you can actually hit those QuickTime events, and if you're not seeing them, then make sure that you go and turn the UI back on in the graphic settings. One of the other annoyances is I did have to actually turn on the invert for both the X and Y axes for all of the controls, as it was just completely wrong for me otherwise, which made moving around and fighting much more difficult. But once you get used to it, 60 frames per second solid is working really well. It's a shame about the 30 frames per second cutscenes, but that's not the end of the world, to be honest. It's just great to be able to have a lot of fun. Running this at complete max graphic settings, you're only going to be pushing around 11 watts, meaning you'll get a good 4 to 6 hours gameplay on the OLED deck and around 3 hours on the LCD. I picked this up pretty cheap in the winter sale. I think it was under £5, so hopefully you can get this either cheap or look out for the next sale. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be diving into Bayonetta. I'm definitely recommending this one.